How will you, I'm going to start challenging you, how will you be the man, the woman you've always known yourself to be? I'm going to come back to the points, but now I want to touch your soul. Because this is great thinking, this is great notes, that's a cute notebook. But there's a calling on your life that you don't get to shake. And it's only yours. No one else has the same calling as you. So comparing yourself to me doesn't do any good. Comparison is and will always be the thief of all joy. Someone might want to write that down. Comparison is and will always be the thief of all joy. You will never do me. And so when you begin to look at people, look at someone as a model of who you can be by taking a piece of who they are, adding it to the uniqueness of who you are, and then understanding what's the divine assignment on your life. What do you need to do more of? Who do you need to be more of? What do you need to evict from your behavior? See, we're infopreneurs. We love information. But what do you need to let go of that's not serving you anymore? See, when I look at the things that I used to be, I look at procrastination, I look at scared, I look at being worried, I look at doubtfulness, I look at my edginess. I've always been a rebel, always will be a rebel. I just have to learn how to use my powers for good. Yes, yes. That wasn't always the case. There was a point where you might be there, so let me know if there's a point there where everything that you've been and every person, every characteristic that you've been that doesn't serve you, you need to confront it. And you need to say, thank you for getting me to this point. But in order for me to get there, I have to leave you here. You won't fit doubt. You won't fit worry. You won't fit being afraid of being seen. Like all those things, that fear of outgrowing your tribe. Anybody there? Who are you willing to become at the risk of being seen? What are you willing to do at the risk of being wildly successful? What are you willing to say at the risk of being heard by everybody? What are you willing to model at the risk that people will follow you? What are you willing to let go at the risk of getting something greater? See, it's not in all the information you gain. It's in the what you're willing to do with the little bitty nuggets. If you just did half of what you've learned, just half. If you were willing to stand half as tall as who you know yourself to be. If you're willing, whose life would you change? Because when you get that your journey has less to do with you than it has to do with everyone who will be blessed enough to cross your path, then you're willing to do the thing you don't want to do. Say the thing you don't want to say so you can hurry up and be the person you've always known yourself to be. When you know to operate with a sense of importance, matter of fact, a little bit of urgency, to say, wait a minute, somebody's going to cross my path today, and when I let my light shine, my light illuminates their dark corner, and for a brief moment, Anthony, they see a little more of themselves. For a brief moment, they can see that wing, and they go, was that my wing? Oh, was that his wing? And when you leave and they can still see it, they realize it was theirs. Because you let your light shine. You were generous enough to get out of your freaking way. You were willing enough to surrender, to kill your ego, to kill your she-go. When you look at someone you chose to admire, ask me what I did in the dark of the night. Ask me, what was I willing to let go of so that I, in this form, can be born? Ask me what jacket, what cloth of victimhood, what cloth of fear I was willing to take off. Ask me, what was I willing to go study that lived and breathed abundance until I wore it so much it became not in my head, not in my heart, but it got in my DNA. Come on, you guys. When I bleed, it comes out. That's what you want to know. And then how can I reinvent myself so radical that it might disrupt my entire community? See, some of you are more committed to keeping the company you're keeping than you are to be the person you've been designed to be. I'm just saying. See, We get so committed to our tribe that we forget that it's seasonal. It's seasonal. And some people were brought in our lives to show us who we could become, and then our relationship will forever shift. And because we're trying to make everybody lifetime, we keep holding back, and we're looking like we're almost jumping into a game of double dutch. How about we do it while we get better at it? How about we do it? How about your 80% is 159% of what I need right now? How about I need your wrong in my life? How about that? How about your perfection is more about you than it's ever been about me? How about that? How about I need you to fall in front of me? Because I'm not watching you when you fail. I'm watching you and how you get up. Because I need somebody to model to me how to get up. How about it's not your perfection that I was ever looking for. It was watching you stand and shine and be inside of such an obvious imperfection. Someone's watching you, and when you win, they win. When you win, they win. Some 14-year-old girl, some 20-year-old guy, some 10-year-old boy, they're watching you. And when you win, they win. A 3-year-old child, when you win, they win. A stranger, a neighbor, when you win, they win. I get that my win doesn't just belong to me. When I win, she wins. When I win, he wins. And so on the days when you don't want to do it for you, do it for us.